What is an open-world game? Wikipedia defines it as a type of video game level design where the player can freely roam through the world and is given considerable freedom to interact with objectives and the like. These type of games are really popular among gamers, so I decided to make the second part of the best video games to play in 2023. You can also watch the first part in my channel. Let me know in comments if I missed out on any games that should be included, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy this video. In the world of Dying Light 2, zombies are still very much at large, and the people of various areas are just trying to endure what is coming. You will find yourself in a city overrun by them, yet still hosting a thriving community. You'll be on a mission to find someone, but to get to them you'll have to help out the people of the city for better and for worse. Not only is this game open world, it's open-ended in terms of how the story and ending can go. The choices you make and the people you help will determine how things go. All the while, you'll have to keep your own zombie infection in check. One of the reasons that fans of the magical world that Harry Potter lived in was that it felt like a truly magical place to wander around and partake in. So if you have ever wanted to see part of that magical world through your own eyes, get Hogwarts Legacy. You'll start the game as a rare transfer student at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. After being sorted, you'll get free reign of the castle and get to do whatever you want as a student. You can explore the grounds and see what magical creatures lurk around, or go to the room of requirement and see what pops up for you. It's a big place, so explore it all.
No one!
Protego!
Thought you was ready,
Venite.
did ya?
Horizon Forbidden West is the sequel to the beloved Horizon Zero Dawn, and it does exactly what a good sequel should. It iterates on what made the game great and pushes itself beyond that. The open world of the Forbidden West beckons you with enticing quests in every corner and robot dinosaurs around every bend with enough variety to feel excitingly fresh, while also feeling familiar, like a warm blanket wrapped around your shoulders on a cold night. Simple fetch quests expand into beautiful stories, and Aloy remains at the center of this world, as a character you are immediately drawn to and root for. There are few sequels that so elegantly expand upon the original like this game, and it's an RPG you can't miss.
I have to stay ahead of it. Gotta slow you down. Fire that thing!
After Hideo Kojima and Konami parted ways, the legendary video game developer opted to make his own video game development studio called Kojima Productions. It took a little while, but Kojima started to alert fans about his debut title. In a true Kojima fashion, his first game was going to be cryptic with plenty of teasers, leaving players guessing as to what this next project would be about. We, of course, now have this debut title, which is Death Stranding. It's a game that follows a man that has to deliver goods to different parts of the world. However, because of the supernatural event that left most of humanity spread across massive terrains, players are mainly preparing for large treks. This means making sure your packages are secure and finding an appropriate pathway to lead you around dangerous obstacles and enemies. There's also a bit of content scattered across this game world which prompts players to take a bit of time and explore their surroundings. You may find some really incredible landscapes, places, and cargo that will make it all the more rewarding spending a bit more time wandering about rather than heading to your next destination. In Far Cry 4, players take on the role of Ajay Gale, a young karate American who travels back to his home country of Kirit, a fictional Himalayan country. During his travel, Ajay finds that this home country has been caught in a civil war that is controlled by a tyrant king, Pagan Min. A large portion of the game allows players to freely explore the Himalayan country and the wildlife that dwells within it. Furthermore, because the game has a few different storyline branches, gamers will likely replay the title a few times, offering a chance to explore a bit more of the world than before.
Moving out! Go! Go!
Days Gone is a game that takes place after a virus outbreak, turning most of humanity into mindless zombie-like creatures. Players step into the role of a biker named Deacon St. John, who is surviving the harsh world doing odd jobs for various factions with his best friend Boozer. This title is set in an open-world environment, allowing players to freely explore and take on various missions at any given time. This world is filled with zombies, so it can be difficult to visit certain places, especially if you find yourself being blocked off by a horde. It's a survival game set in the open world where Deacon is taking on various tasks while seeking resources to keep himself healthy along with his motorcycle functioning. Of course, there's a campaign story to keep you pulling along where Deacon is still holding out hope that despite all odds, somehow his wife is still alive somewhere out there.
I don't want to be spotted here.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is set in 431 BCE, where players will have the choice of being a mercenary that fights for Athens and the Delian League, or the Peloponnesian League led by Sparta. Either way, players will be a descendant of Spartan King Leonidas I during the Peloponnesian War. Much like the previous Assassin's Creed installments, this game will feature a modern-day protagonist as well. Ubisoft will be reintroducing players to Layla Hassan, who was present during Assassin's Creed Origins. There will also be an RPG progression system included in the game as well, where players can adjust their character skills and attributes. Likewise, with a branching dialogue system, your narrative journey may offer a unique ending, thus giving players an incentive in going back and replaying the game. If you're a fan of this franchise, then it's likely you've already picked up the latest release. However, if you're completely new to the franchise, Fallout 4 still marks as a great first entry to the series. Set during the events of a nuclear war, players manage to escape into a vault only to awaken hundreds of years into the future. What's left of your world is nothing more than decay, and outsiders trying to make it by in this new world. Each installment to the Fallout franchise manages to bring out an incredible wasteland to explore, and Fallout 4 is no exception to that trend. You'll come across old ruins, new structures, and a fleshed-out cast of characters to meet along your journey. Marvel's Spider-Man doesn't offer the normal origin story of Spider-Man. Instead, the video game will be focused around Peter Parker, 8 years after he has established the role of being the famed hero. This is an open-world title where the narrative will follow Peter Parker graduating college while keeping up as protector of New York City. The video game will also give players the ability to go through the narrative as not only Spider-Man, but as the civilian Peter Parker character as well. One of this game's main antagonists will be Mr. Negative, who turns out to be Martin Lee, one of New York's prominent philanthropists and owner of the FESD shelters that Peter's Aunt May is employed. Outside of the campaign, players can freely explore New York City, where crimes and collectibles will pop up throughout the area in need of Spider-Man's attention.
Webs are for whips! I will crush your tiny bones! Stand still, little man!
What made the previous entry in the Legend of Zelda franchise so special was that it was the first game in the series to embrace the open-world aesthetic. Previous titles had dabbled in being open world, but never committed. But now, with Tears of the Kingdom, we'll get the next evolution of that. The Hyrule from before is where we are in the sequel, but it won't be the same Hyrule. After Ganondorf reemerges, he rips the realm apart with his power. This creates sky islands and underground chambers for gamers to explore. With so much to do in Hyrule, you'll happily get lost while trying to see all the game offered.